Usually after Monday Night Raw, immediately following Raw, I come on Sean's Entertainment. I come on YouTube.com to the subscribers for the viewers. I give you a review. I give you my thoughts. I give you my opinions on the show each and every week. Well, this week, I'm sitting back, I'm watching it, I'm taking it in. Now, you're looking at Sean's Entertainment, a fan who has never left, who has never went away, who has never took a break from watching WWE. A man in Sean's Entertainment who has defended the WWE when it wasn't the most popular thing to do. A man who has stood up for the WWE in its darkest days, trying to defend the product, trying to come up with excuses, trying to say, well, it's a transition period. They're going to right a lot of wrongs. Vince McMahon, he wasn't on top performance this week. Maybe there was a little discrepancy backstage. Maybe, there was certain things that didn't add up and something wasn't making sense. And you know what? Just like last week's Raw, this Raw had some highlights. It had some moments. It had some good in-ring action. And it was on the borderline of decent. And the problem with Raw being decent or less than stellar or less than okay and Raw just being ordinary on the road to WrestleMania. It's the road to WrestleMania. This is the build. This is the program. This is supposed to be the drama. This is supposed to be the compelling, intriguing storylines. It's what's supposed to draw you in. It's supposed to make you stand up. It's supposed to make you recognize. It's supposed to give you goosebumps. It's supposed to make you feel the emotion. And we did not get that last night on Monday Night Raw. This is absolutely inexcusable. It is not something that you could even tolerate on the build to a normal pay-per-view, let alone WrestleMania. WWE is not even trying. Oh, they're phoning it in. They're not even phoning it in. Nothing's even being talked about. They just put something on a piece of paper and throw it out there. Rubbish. Garbage. Now, I'm not blaming Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar to being regulated to looking like two children playing tug of war over a championship. You have a former UFC fighter, and you have a guy jacked up in Roman Reigns, and they're playing tug of war over a title. That's what you get before WrestleMania. I couldn't even come on here and do a Monday Night Raw review last night because I think my rant would have been even more outrageous. I think my rant would have been even more dramatic. I think my rant would have just tore apart the WWE. It's inexcusable that this is the kind of build. This is the kind of lackluster effort. Like I said, there was a report that went out. You can look it up online. It was something to this degree where, well, people are going to order WrestleMania regardless. So it doesn't matter about the build. It doesn't matter what the main event is. It's already bad enough that there are many people that are against this main event. Many people against the fact that Roman Reigns is going against Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I'm a Roman Reigns defender. But at no time am I going to stand up and defend what we saw last night. In my opinion, it all starts with Vince and it ends with Vince. Out of touch, out of tune, don't care, don't matter. I cannot believe that's how Monday Night Raw ended. Perhaps the worst final Monday Night Raw on the build to WrestleMania. Perhaps the worst build, the worst excitement, the worst aura. The collective matches and storylines that we have been seeing on the road to WrestleMania has been anything but extraordinary or spectacular. WWE is just going by the fact that, well, it's WrestleMania and people are going to buy it. And come the night, there are going to be matches that steal the show. Come the night, your expectations will be met. And you know what? Last night on Monday Night Raw, I actually said, I'll give the WWE a chance. There's an opportunity here for them to go above and beyond. There's an opportunity for them to rectify the situation. And maybe my hopes were a little bit too high because they were not exceeded at all. Like I said, I'm not going to tear apart the whole show. But you're talking about the main course, the main event, the headliner. WrestleMania, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It's bad enough that these two superstars haven't met in the ring before this, or wasn't in the same ring, wasn't in the same tone of voice. They weren't reading out of the same book. The only time that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar were in the same ring at the same time was backstage at a WWE event when it got snowed in Monday Night Raw. And actually, it's not Brock Lesnar's fault. It's not Roman Reigns' fault. It's none of the superstars' fault of why that it has been mediocre on the build to WrestleMania. I'm not blaming the Divas. I'm not blaming the athletes. And speaking about Divas, Nikki Bella and Paige, they had a pretty damn good match last night in my estimation. I think they did. Bray Wyatt's promo was explosive. Paul Heyman's promo before the disaster of a segment that we got after that was absolutely phenomenal. It drew you in. It got you off the edge of your seat. That's where the blood started pumping. But then the goosebumps never showed up. You never got that feeling like, oh, this is going to be the main event of WrestleMania. This is something I can't wait to see. And I told you, and I said this once and I'll say it again, I've never missed a WrestleMania. I have seen every WrestleMania. I have ordered every WrestleMania. The bottom line is this. If I wasn't such a big WWE fan, if I wasn't such a big supporter of them, this WrestleMania, you could actually miss it. You could actually miss it because this event is going off just a card. This event is not going off a build. It's not going off the drama. It's not going off satisfaction. It's not going off the intrigue. It's not going off of what would draw you in. And while I'm in favor of Roman Reigns being in the main event, I am not too favorable towards the way that the WWE has watered down WrestleMania. Now, I understood what the WWE was trying to do last night by not having Rollins and Orton, have physicality. By not having Sting and Triple H have physicality. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar not having physicality. But we did see something good, something positive. John Cena and Rusev. We've seen Rusev look dominant. We've seen Rusev look strong. And that's probably one of the best built programs going into WrestleMania. Like I said, this isn't going to be all bad. Had I done this Raw review last night, it would have been bad. I can't remember the last time where the last Raw before WrestleMania was so horrible, was so unwatchable. Once again, you're talking to a WWE fan that has stood up and been defiant. A man that has talked great about the WWE when it wasn't the most popular thing to do. When I was getting all kinds of criticisms. When I was getting laughed at. When jokes were being made about me about defending the WWE. And now maybe I see the error in my ways. Maybe now I see the judgment. Maybe I now see that that it's misjudgment. Like I said, absolutely inexcusable. I am not blaming it on the WWE superstars. It is not because of a lack of effort on the WWE superstars. It is because someone or somebody or a bunch of people don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, this is the final Raw. The final Raw, and this is the magnitude. This is what we get. This is what we are force-fed. Oh, well, if you don't like the show, well, then don't watch it. No one's got a gun to your head, Sean. You've said that in the past. If you don't like the product, don't watch it. This is WrestleMania. This isn't like we're going to get we're getting ready for Over the Limit. This isn't like we're getting ready for a B-plus pay-per-view. This is WrestleMania. It's supposed to be good. It has to be good. It shouldn't take that much time to come up with a compelling, intriguing storylines and angles going into WrestleMania. This is not how it should translate. This is not how it should be. This is not supposed to be what we are coming to expect. There's supposed to be surprises. There's supposed to be shocking moments. There's supposed to be things that say, well, I can't wait for this match. This, the card for WrestleMania, it's better than decent. It's better than decent. And there are some matches that I'm looking forward to. But at no time do I say, I have to see this match. I want to see this match. I'm going to go home 100 miles an hour to go home to see this match if I'm stuck in traffic. At no time is this WrestleMania must see. At no time. Now, come the night, could they make the matches must see? Yes, but the matches themselves before WrestleMania are not must see. Are there matches at WrestleMania that are going to steal the show? You damn right, but they're not must see because the WWE have not made them must see TV. Once again, it might sound like I'm complaining and moaning and pissing and crying and all these other things. But you know what? Maybe it's time for the attitude to come out and show on Entertainment. Maybe it's time for the truth. Maybe it's time for the heartless Sean Entertainment to come out and reveal what I really, really think. Then things are going to get bad. Subscribe.